Welcome to Global Online, your ultimate destination for CTET 2024 preparation. In this video, we will cover 100 important science MCQs for the CTET exam along with detailed explanations. These questions are carefully selected to ensure you cover the most relevant topics from the syllabus, and our easy to follow explanation will help you master the concepts. Let's dive into these 100 must-know science MCQs for CTET 2024. Stay with us till the end.
Present in a tamarind. Options are given: tartaric acid, oxalic acid, lactic acid and citric acid. So students, tamarind contains tartaric acid which gives it its sour taste. This acid is commonly found in various fruits and is known for its strong and tangy flavor. Tartaric acid is used in food to add sourness, and this one is different from the rest of the options, which are citric acid, which is found in lemon and oranges, whereas lactic acid is found in milk products such as curd, and the remaining one is oxalic acid, which is found in some leafy vegetables such as spinach. So the correct answer for this question is tartaric acid, option A. Let's move on to the next question. Which of the following is a strong acid? Options are given: acetic acid, B. nitric acid, C. sulfuric acid and D. tartaric acid. Friends, sulfuric acid is a strong acid because it releases a large number of hydrogen ions when it is mixed with water, which make it highly reactive. Strong acids like sulfuric acid can cause severe burns and are often used in laboratories and industries for various purposes. In contrast, acetic acid, which is found in vinegar, and tartaric acid, which is found in tamarind, as we already seen, are weak acids as they release fewer hydrogen ions, making them less reactive. So the correct option for this question will be option C, sulfuric acid. Okay, let's see the next question now. Fuming sulfuric acid is a dash dash. Options are given: A. phosgene, B. limestone, C. oleum and D. water gas. So friends, fuming sulfuric acid is also known as oleum. It is a solution of sulfur trioxide, that is SO3, in concentrated sulfuric acid, which is H2SO4, and appears as a thick oily liquid that releases fumes. So as it releases fumes, it's called fuming sulfuric acid. Oleum is used in chemical manufacturing processes such as producing sulfuric acid and making other chemicals. It is highly reactive and must be handled carefully. So the correct option of this question will be option C, oleum. So the fuming sulfuric acid is called oleum. Remember, it is consists of sulfur trioxide and concentrated sulfuric acid. Understood? Let's move on to the next question now. Bubbles in a soft drinks are caused by which of the following acids? We have options: option A, acetic acid, option B, carbonic acid, option C, sulfuric acid and option D, citric acid. So the students, the bubbles in a soft drinks are caused by carbonic acid. Its formula is H2CO3. This acid is forms when carbon dioxide, that is CO2, is dissolved in water under pressure. When you open a soft drink, the pressure is released, causing the carbonic acid to break down into water and carbon dioxide gas. So this H2CO3 again converted into H2O and CO2. So this carbonic acid gives soft drinks their slightly tangy taste and fizzy sensation when you drink them. So the correct option for this question will be option B, carbonic acid. Okay, let's see the next question now. What is from the following is commonly used for purification of public reservoirs in India? Options are A. alum, B. sodium chloride, C. chlorine and D. potassium permanganate. So students, in case of purification of public reservoirs in India, chlorine is commonly used for this process. It helps to kill harmful bacteria, viruses and other microorganisms, making the water safe for drinking. Chlorine is added in a small amount to water and it ensures that the water is disinfected before it reaches to homes. This is an important step in water treatment to prevent the spread of waterborne diseases such as cholera, etc. So the correct option for this question will be option C, chlorine. Let's see the next question now. Which acid is used to remove ink stains? Options are given: A. oxalic acid, B. butyric acid, C. lactic acid and D. tartaric acid. So oxalic acid is commonly used to remove ink stains. It works by breaking down the ink, which makes it easier to remove from fabrics. So oxalic acid is found in various cleaning products because it can effectively remove stains from surface. including ink stains on a clothes. Oxalic acid is found in various cleaning products because it can effectively remove stains from surfaces including ink stains on a clothes. However, it should be handled carefully. So the correct option will be option A, oxalic acid, which is used to remove ink stains from fabrics. Okay, understood? Let's move on. Elements of a group 1 are known as dash dash. We have options here. Option A, noble gases. Option B, halogen. Option C, alkali metals. Option D, alkaline earth metals. So friends, the element of group 1 in periodic table are known as alkali metals. These includes elements like lithium, sodium, potassium and others. So alkali metals are highly reactive, especially with water, and they have one electron in their outermost shell, which they easily lose to form positive ions. These metals are known for their soft textures, low melting points and strong reactivity. As we know, sodium can be cut using a knife, which is a soft metal. Okay, so the correct option for this question will be option C, alkali metals. Okay, let's move on to the next question now. How many electrons revolve around the center of oxygen atom? Options are given: 6, option B 8, option C 12, option D 16. Students, oxygen has atomic number of 8 and we know that the number of electrons is always equal to the atomic number. So an oxygen atom has 8 electrons in total, but the number of electrons that revolve around the nucleus is determined by its own atomic structure. Oxygen's electronic configuration is 2, 6, meaning there are 6 electrons in outer shell, which we called a second energy level. These 6 outer electrons are involved in bonding with other atoms, making oxygen as a highly reactive element itself. So the correct option for this question will be 2 plus 6, 8. So these 8 electrons revolves around the center of oxygen atom. So the correct option for this question is option B, 8. Next question is, which of the following elements does not show chemical reaction? Options are radon, uranium, radium and chromium. So friends, radon is a noble gas and is chemically inert, meaning it does not easily undergo chemical reaction. This is because noble gases including radon have a full outer electron shells, which makes them stable and unlikely to react with other elements. On the other hand, uranium, radium and chromium are reactive elements that readily form compounds with other elements. Radon is present in group 18 of periodic table. There are other examples of noble gases are helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon. Okay, understood? So the correct option for this question will be option A, radon. Next question is, find the metalloid from the following elements. Options are given: sodium, aluminium, chlorine and boron. Metalloids are the elements which show properties of both metals and non-metals. From the given options, we have boron, which is a metalloid. It shows properties of both. It can conduct electricity like metals, but it is a brittle like non-metals. The other elements listed are either metals, which are sodium and aluminium, or non-metals, which is chlorine. So they do not qualify as metalloids. So the correct option for this question is option D, boron. Which of the following is the lightest gas? We have an option for this question. Option A, hydrogen. Option B, helium. Option C, oxygen. And option D, carbon. So students, among the following options, we have hydrogen as the lightest gas. It has the smallest and lightest atoms consisting of just one proton and one electron. Because of its low molecular weight, hydrogen is much lighter than rest of the other elements like helium, oxygen, carbon dioxide. This is why hydrogen is often used in balloons and airships. Although it's highly flammable, hence it should be handled with care. So the correct option is option A, hydrogen. Let's see next question. Water in an open vessel is cooler than the surrounding environment even in summer because dash dash. We have option for this. Water evaporates. Option B is water absorbs less heat than the atmosphere. Option C, water absorbs more heat than the atmosphere. And option D, cooling is a property of water. So students, the condition is given water which is kept in open vessels. So as we all know, water has a property of evaporation. Water in an open vessel is cooler than the surrounding environment because of evaporation. When water evaporates, it changes from liquid state to the gaseous state. This process requires heat energy which is taken from water itself. As a result, the temperature of the remaining water decreases, making it cooler than the surrounding environment, even during the hot weather. So the correct option for this question will be option A, water evaporates. Let's move to the next question. This Dutch scientist provided the existence of a gas carbon dioxide. Options are Priest, B. Black, C. Ron Hellman, and option D. Ronald Ross. Students, the Dutch scientist Joseph Black is credited with discovering carbon dioxide. He demonstrated that carbon dioxide is a distinct gas which different from air, and he referred to it as fixed air. His experiments were important in the study of gases and helped lay a foundation for the development of modern chemistry. So the credit of discovering carbon dioxide is given to the Joseph Black, which is option B among the given options. So the correct option is B. Let's see the next question. Which of the following is an excellent conductor? Options are given: water, ice, timber, and brackish water. Brackish water is an excellent conductor of electricity because it contains dissolved salt which allow it to carry electric current. Water with high salt content like seawater or a brackish water is a much better conductor than the pure water. In contrast, pure water like distilled water is a poor conductor, and materials like ice and timber are generally not good conductors of electricity. So the correct options for this question is option D, brackish water. Let's see the next question. Diamond and graphite are made up of which element? We have options for this: carbon, silicon, manganese, and chlorine. Students, both diamond and graphite are made up of carbon. Despite being composed of the same element, they have different structures, which gives them very different properties. In diamond, each carbon atom is bonded to 4 other carbon atoms in a strong 3-dimensional structure, making diamond very hard. In graphite, the carbon atom are arranged in layers with weak bonds between the layers, allowing graphite to be soft and slippery, which is why it is used in pencils. So the correct option among these is option A, carbon. Okay, let's move to the next question. The purity of gold is expressed in terms of dash dash. We have option for this: option A, carat, option B, ounces, option C, pounds, and option D, none. So friends, the purity of gold is expressed in terms of a carat. A 24 carat gold is considered as a pure gold. The higher the carat number, the purer the gold. For example, 18 carat gold is 75% pure, while 22 carat gold is about 91.7% pure. This system helps to measure the amount of gold in an alloy or jewelry. So the correct answer among the option is option A, carat. Okay, let's see the next question. Which metal is a liquid at a room temperature? We have option for this: option A, mercury, option B, iron, option C, copper, option D, silver. So in case of mercury, is the only metal that is present in a liquid form at a room temperature. It has a melting point of about minus 38.83 degrees Celsius, which means it remains in a liquid form at a most temperature we encounter in daily life. Other metals like iron, copper, and silver are solid at room temperature. So the correct option is option A, mercury, which is metal and liquid at room temperature. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Weight of iron when corroded. Options are given: option A, decreases, option B, increases, option C, remains the same, and option D, decreases then increases. So friends, when iron corrodes or rusts, it reacts with oxygen and water to form iron oxide, which is a rust. This reaction results in an increase in mass because the iron combines with oxygen from the air and the rust is heavier than the original iron. Therefore, the weight of iron increases as it corrodes. So the correct answer among the option is option B, increases. Let's move on to the next question, guys. The cast iron is dash dash. Option are given: yellow, rust resistant, brittle, stainless steel. Friends, cast iron is a type of iron that contains a higher amount of carbon, about 2 to 4% compared to the steel. It is a brittle, meaning it can break or crack easily under stress or impact. While it is a strong, It lacks the flexibility of other materials like steel. Cast iron is commonly used in construction and machinery, but its brittleness limits its use in application where flexibility is required. So the correct answer among the option is option C, brittle. Let's move on to the next question. Newton experimentally proved that sunlight is made up of 7 colors of the rainbow. He published his research on the properties of light in his book, which is dash dash. Option R, option A, optics. Option B, Principia. Option C, New Atlantis. Option D, Novum Organum. So friends, Newton was the renowned scientist in physics. He published his research on properties of light and his discovery that sunlight is made up of 7 colors of a rainbow in his book Optics. In this work, he explained his experiment with prisms and how they could split white light into its constituent colors, which we see as a rainbow. So the correct answer of the question is option A. So the question is, what is the day called when the sun is exactly overhead? The options are given. Option A, solar noonday. Option B, zero shadow day. Option C, mid shadow day. And option D, all of the above. So students, a shadow day occurs when the sun is exactly overhead at a particular place. During this event, objects do not cast a shadow for a short period. Because the sun is directly above them, this phenomenon happens twice a year in locations between Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. The solar noon on this day makes shadow disappear temporarily. So the correct answer for this question will be solar noonday, option A. Let's move to the next question. The chemical symbol for silver is, options are given, A, Si, B, Ca, C, Ag and D, Fe. So guys, the chemical symbol for silver is Ag, which comes from the Latin word argentum. Silver is precious metal used in various applications including jewelry and electronics. The other symbol corresponds to different elements. Si is a silicon, Ca is a calcium and Fe is iron. So the correct answer for this question will be option C, Ag. Let's see the next question. Which of the following is the best conductor of electricity? Options are given. Option A, wood. Option B, wool. Option C, silver. Option D, aluminium. So students, silver is the best conductor of electricity among all the options. It allows the free flow of electrical current due to its low resistance, while aluminium is also a good conductor and often used in electric wiring. Silver has a highest conductivity. Wood and wool are insulators and do not conduct electricity. So the correct answer from this option is option C, silver. The gravitational force of the earth is always dash dash to an object moving upwards. Options are given at an angle, parallel, in the same direction, in the opposite direction. Guys, the earth's gravitational force always acts in the opposite direction to the motion of an object. When an object moves upwards, gravity pulls it back down towards the earth, resisting its upward motion. This is why objects fall back to the ground when thrown up or released. So the correct option is option D, in the opposite direction. Moving on to the next question. The common pathway that carries urine and sperm in human male is dash dash. Options are given. Option A, ureter. Option B, urethra. Option C, vas deferens. Option D, blood vessel. So students, in human males, the urethra serve as a common pathway for both urine and sperm. It carries urine from the bladder to the outside of the body and also transports sperm during ejaculation. The vas deferens is included in transporting sperms, while the ureter carries urine from the kidneys to the bladder. So the correct option is option B, urethra. Let's move on to the next question. What is the term for the star that becomes extinct due to the depletion of hydrogen supply? Option A, nebula. Option B, binary star. Option C, proxima. Option D, white dwarf. A white dwarf is a type of a star that forms when a star exhausts its hydrogen fuel that can no longer sustain nuclear fusion. As the hydrogen supply runs out, the star sheds its outer layer and the remaining core becomes a white dwarf. This is a dim, dense object that no longer shines by nuclear fusion, but it still emits heat and light for a long time. So the correct answer from the option is option D, white dwarf. The next question is lactic acid is found in dash dash. Options are given: A. Orange, B. Tea, C. Curd, and D. Vinegar. So lactic acid is found in a curd, or we also call it yogurt. It is produced during the fermentation process when bacteria break down lactose, which is a milk sugar, into lactic acid. This gives curd its sour taste. Lactic acid is not present in significant amount in oranges, tea, or vinegar. So the correct answer among the option is option C, curd. Next question is, petrol and diesel are examples of dash dash energy. Options are given: option A, liquid, option B, potential, option C, kinetic, and option D, fossil. So guys, in case of petrol and diesel are examples of fossil fuels which are derived from the remains of ancient plants and animals. These fuels store chemical energy which can be released through combustion to produce energy. They are not considered as a liquid, potential, or kinetic energy form, although they are in liquid form and can be used to generate kinetic energy in engines. So the correct option for this question is option D, fossils. Let's move on to the next question. The process in which a substance changes from the gaseous state to the liquid state is called dash dash. Option A, condensation, option B, sublimation, option C, evaporation, and option D, emission. So condensation is the process in which a substance changes from the gaseous state to the liquid state. This happens when the gas cools down and its particles lose energy, causing them to come closer together and form a liquid. Examples include water droplets forming on a cold surface or on the outside of a glass containing a cold drink. Next question is, which of the following metal does not react with water? Options are given: zinc and lead, lead and mercury, mercury and zinc, and copper and silver. Copper and silver do not react with water under normal conditions. These metals are relatively unreactive with water. On the other hand, metals like zinc and lead can react with water under certain conditions. And mercury is a liquid at a room temperature and does not react with water either. However, copper and silver remains unaffected. So the correct option is option D, copper and silver. The question is, which bacteria are present in the nodules on the root of leguminous plants? Options are given: option A, Pseudomonas, option B, Clostridium, option C, Rhizobium, option D, Nitrobacters. So students, the bacteria Rhizobium are present in the nodules on the roots of leguminous plants. These bacteria play a crucial role in nitrogen fixation, converting atmospheric nitrogen into a form that the plant can use for the growth. This mutualistic relationship help leguminous plant thrive in nitrogen poor soils. So the correct answer among the option is C, Rhizobium. Let's move on to the next question. The tape on a tape recorder is coated with which of the following substances? Options are given: A, zinc oxide, B, manganese oxide, C, iron sulfate, and D, iron oxide. So guys, the tape used in a tape recorder is coated with iron oxide. This compound is used because it is magnetic and can store data when magnetized by the recorder's recording head. The magnetic particle on the tape allow for the recording and playback of a sound. So the correct answer among the option is option D, iron oxide. Let's see the next question. Which acid is present in tomatoes? Options are given: citric acid, boric acid, lactic acid, and hydrochloric acid. So guys, in case of citric acid, it is a primary acid found in tomatoes. It gives tomato their characteristic tart flavor. Citric acid is also present in many other fruits, especially citrus fruits like lemons and oranges. The other acids listed such as boric acid, lactic acid, and hydrochloric acid are not typically found in tomatoes. So the correct answer among the options is option A, citric acid. Let's see the next question. Which of the following is a non-magnetic material? Options are given: option A, iron, option B, nickel, option C, copper, option D, cobalt. So students, copper is a non-magnetic material, meaning it does not exhibit magnetic properties. Unlike iron, nickel, and cobalt, which are magnetic and can be attracted by a magnet, copper does not respond to magnetic fields. Copper is widely used in electric wiring due to its excellent conductivity, but it is not a magnetic. So the correct option is option C, copper. Let's move to the next question. What happens during oxidation? Options are given: option A, increase in electrons, option B, increase in hydrogen, option C, loss of electrons, option D, combustion of hydrogen. So guys, oxidation is the process in which an atom, ion, or molecule loses electron. This process often occurs simultaneously with the reduction, where another substance gains the electron. In many cases, oxidation also involves the addition of oxygen to a substance, but the defining feature is the loss of electrons. So the correct answer among the option is option C, loss of electron. Next question is, how many electrons are there in calcium 2+ ion? Options are given. Option A 20, option B 18, option C 22, option D 19. So students, a neutral calcium atom has 20 electrons since its atomic number is 20. However, when it forms a calcium 2+ ion, it loses 2 electrons. Therefore, a calcium 2+ ion will have 18 electrons, that is 20 minus 2. This makes it positively charged with a charge of +2. So the correct option is option B 18. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following is present in alcohol? Options are given. A. Carbon, option B. Hydrogen, option C. Oxygen, and option D. All of the above. Alcohols are organic compounds that contains carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atom. The general formula for alcohol is CnH2n + 1 OH, where OH is a hydroxyl group. These three elements are essential components of alcohol molecules, making option D correct answer. So, the correct answer is option D, all of the above. Let's move to the next question. Coughing and spitting blood are symptoms of which disease? Options are given. Option A, malaria, option B, jaundice, option C, tuberculosis, option D, plague. So friends, tuberculosis or TB is a bacterial infection that primarily affects the lungs and is characterized by symptoms such as persistent coughing, chest pain, and coughing up blood. The other diseases listed, that are malaria, jaundice, and plague, do not typically present with the symptoms of coughing up blood. So the correct answer among the options is option C, tuberculosis. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following chemicals can be used as an anesthetic? Options are option A, benzene, option B, ether, option C, methane, option D, ethane. So guys, ether, specifically diethyl ether, was historically used as a general anesthetic because of its ability to induce unconsciousness and reduce pain sensitivity. It was widely used in surgeries before the development of modern anesthetics. The other substances listed, that are benzene, methane, and ethane, are not used for anesthesia. So the correct answer among the option is option B, ether. Let's move to the next question. The metal that helps an iron stay hot for a longer time is option A, chromium, option B, nichrome, option C, germanium, option D, tungsten. So friends, nichrome is an alloy of nickel and chromium that is commonly used in heating elements, such as those in iron, to maintain heat for a long time. It has high resistance to heat and oxidation, making it ideal for use in devices that need to get hot and remain hot. Tungsten also has a high melting point, but it is not typically used in iron heating elements. So the correct answer among the options is option B, nichrome.
Question is, which acid is found in a bee sting? Options are given: citric acid, formic acid, tartaric acid, and nitric acid. So students, when a bee stings, it injects formic acid into the skin. This acid causes the pain and irritation associated with the sting. Formic acid is also found in the venom of ants and other insects. It is not the same as a citric acid or a tartaric acid or a nitric acid, which are found in other substances. So the correct answer among the option is option B, formic acid. Let's move on to the next question. A group of stars that appear in the specific shape and can be easily recognized in the specific region is called. Options are given: A, supernova, option B, neutron stars, option C, galaxy, option D, constellation. So guys, a constellation is a group of stars that forms a recognizable pattern or a shape in the sky. These patterns are often named after mythological figures, animals, or objects. Supernova, neutron stars, and galaxies refer to different astronomical phenomena, not a specific star grouping that can be easily recognized in the sky. So the correct option among the given options is option D, constellation. Let's move on to the next question. What is the name of the element of group 18? We have options here. Option A, noble gases, option B, alkali metals, option C, alkaline earth metals, and option D, halogens. So friends, the elements in group 18s of the periodic table are known as noble gases. These gases are characterized by their stability and very low reactivity due to their full electronic shells. The noble gases include helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon.
They are different from alkali metals which are present in a group 1, alkaline earth metals which are present in a group 2, and the halogens which are present in a group 17. So the correct answer among the option is option A, noble gases. Let's move on to the next question. Which acid is used in batteries? We have options here. Option A is acetic acid, option B is nitric acid, option C is sulfuric acid, and option D is the citric acid. So in case of batteries, sulfuric acid is commonly used in lead acid batteries, which are widely used in vehicles and other applications. It helps in the chemical reaction that generates electricity in the battery. The other acids listed such as acetic acid, nitric acid and citric acid are not typically used in batteries. So the correct answer among the option will be option C, sulfuric acid. Let's move to the next question. A quantity that can be fully described with magnitude and direction is called dash dash. Options are given. Option A, scalar quantity. Option B, vector quantity. Option C, area. Option D, length. So guys, a vector quantity is defined by both magnitude and direction. Examples include force, velocity and displacement. In contrast, scalar quantities have only magnitude and no direction, such as mass and temperature. Area and length are scalar quantities, not vectors. So the correct answer among the option will be option B, vector quantity. Next question is, consider the meaning of the cause and effect and choose the correct option. The cause is given, water is a compound, and the effect is, the properties of water are different from the properties of hydrogen and oxygen. We have options for this. 1. Only A is correct. Option 2 is only B is correct. Option 3, both A and B are correct. Option 4, both A and B are incorrect. So guys, water is a compound made up of 2 hydrogen atoms chemically bonded to 1 oxygen atom. As a compound, it exhibits properties that are different from the constituent elements. These are hydrogen and oxygen. For example, hydrogen and oxygen are gases under normal condition, but water is a liquid. This explains why both the cause and effects are accurate. So the correct option is option 3, both A and B are correct. We have next question. Which of the following metals has the highest electrical resistance? Options are given. Option A, nickel. Option B, tungsten. Option C, zinc. And option D, copper. So friends, tungsten has a high electric resistance compared to the other metals which are listed here. It is known for its high melting point and often used in applications that require high heat resistance, such as in light bulb filaments. Copper and zinc have low resistance, making copper an excellent electrical conductor. Nickel also has lower electrical resistance than tungsten. So the correct answer will be B, tungsten. Next question is, according to the latest research, the universe is, option are given, A, expanding, option B, contracting, option C, static, option D, breaking apart. So guys, the universe is expanding as confirmed by observations of distant galaxies. They are moving away from us. This is evidenced by the redshift in the light from these galaxies as described by Hubble's law. The expansion of the universe is believed to be accelerating due to the influence of dark energy. This discovery has reshaped our understanding of cosmology. Let's move on to the next question. Which type of glass is used in vehicle mirror to see the rear view? Options are concave, convex, soda lime and laminated. So guys, convex mirrors are used in vehicles for rear view mirror because they provide a wider field of view, allowing the driver to see more area behind them. This makes driving safer by giving better visibility of approaching vehicles. Concave mirrors are not suitable as they focus light inward and would not provide a useful image for this purpose. Soda lime glass referred to a type of glass material, and laminated glass is used for safety glass but not specifically for rear view mirrors. So the correct answer among the options is convex mirror, option B. Which of the following is supercooled liquid? Options are given. Option A, glass. Option B, mercury. Option C, naphthalene. Option D, common salt. So students, glass is often considered a supercooled liquid because its amorphous structure. Unlike typical solids, glass does not have a well-defined melting point and behaves more like a rigid liquid over long periods. It lacks a crystalline structure which differentiates it from other solids. Mercury is a liquid metal while naphthalene and common salts are solid with A, HCl, B, HF, option C, HNO3, option D, KCl. Friends, the chemical formula of hydrochloric acid is HCl. It is a strong acid formed when hydrogen chloride gas is dissolved in water. HF represents the hydrofluoric acid, HNO3 is a nitric acid, and KCl is potassium chloride, which is a salt, not an acid. So the correct answer among the option will be option A, HCl. Let's move on to the next question. Acid always contains dash dash as an element. Options are given: oxygen, hydrogen, chlorine and carbon. So friends, acid always contains hydrogen as an element. In an acid, hydrogen ions, that is H plus R, released when it dissolved in water. This is a defining characteristic of acids. While oxygen is often present in acids, example is sulfuric acid and nitric acid, hydrogen is the key element that makes a substance acidic. So the correct option is option B, hydrogen. Let's move to the next question. What is the carat value of the purest gold? We have options here. Option A, 14, option B, 22, option C, 24 and option D, 34. So guys, the purest form of a gold is a 24 karat gold, which is 99.9% pure. Gold's purity is measured in carats, where 24 karat gold represent pure gold. 22 karat gold is slightly less pure and 14 karat gold has more alloy mixed in it. 34 karat does not apply as a standard for measuring gold purity. So the correct option will be option C, 24. Let's move to the next question. What is used in fluorescent tube? We have options: tungsten, helium, oxygen and mercury vapors. So guys, mercury vapor is used in fluorescent tubes. When electricity passes through the tube, it excited the mercury vapor inside, causing it to emit ultraviolet light. This ultraviolet light then interacts with the phosphorus coating inside the tube, producing visible light. Tungsten is used in incandescent bulb, while helium and oxygen are not used in fluorescent tubes. So the correct answer among the option will be option D, mercury vapors. Let's move to the next question. Dash dash is an alloy made from iron, chromium and nickel. We have options here. Option A, stainless steel, option B, steel, option C, brass and option D, bronze. So guys, stainless steel is an alloy made primarily from iron, chromium, nickel. It is known for its resistance to corrosion and staining. Steel is an alloy of iron, carbon, but it may not include chromium and nickel. Brass is an alloy of copper and zinc, while bronze is an alloy of copper and tin. So the correct answer among the option is option A, stainless steel. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following disease causes a destruction of red blood cells? We have options here. Option A, malaria, option B, cholera, option C, dysentery and option D, cancer. So guys, malaria is caused by the Plasmodium parasite, which infects and destroys red blood cells in the human body. This leads to symptoms such as fever, chills, anemia. Cholera primarily affects intestines, causing diarrhea and dehydration, while dysentery involves inflammation of the intestine and does not destroy red blood cells. Cancer can affect various organs, but it does not specifically target red blood cells in the same way malaria does. So the correct answer among the option is option A, malaria. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following metal is used to make steel? We have options here. Option A, iron, option B, copper, option C, tin and option D, manganese. Guys, steel is primarily made by alloying iron with carbon and sometimes other elements like manganese, chromium or nickel to enhance its properties. Copper and tin are used in production of alloy like brass and bronze, but not a steel. Manganese is often added to the steel as an alloying element, but it is not the primary metal used in its production. So the correct answer is option A, iron. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following disease is not contagious? We have options here. A, cholera, B, smallpox, C, plague and D, cancer. So guys, cancer is a non-contagious disease. It is caused by uncontrolled cell growth in the body. On the other hand, cholera, smallpox and plague are infectious diseases caused by bacteria or viruses that can spread from person to person. So the correct answer among the option is option D, cancer. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following plays a role as a catalyst in rusting of iron? We have options here. Option A, oxygen. Option B, iron. Option C, nitrogen, and option D, humidity. So friends, the rusting of iron is a chemical reaction that occurs when iron reacts with oxygen and moisture from the environment. Oxygen and humidity are the key factors that facilitates the process of rusting. Iron itself does not act as a catalyst and nitrogen is not involved in the rusting process. So the correct answer among the option is option A, oxygen. Which of the following gas is water soluble, acidic, and non-flammable? We have options here: carbon dioxide, nitrogen, ozone, hydrogen. Guys, carbon dioxide is slightly soluble in water and forms carbonic acid, giving it acidic properties. It is also non-flammable, unlike hydrogen and ozone, which can react more intensely. Nitrogen is inert under normal conditions and does not exhibit the described properties. So the correct option is option A, carbon dioxide. Let's move on to the next question. In a solution of NaCl, options are given: a red litmus will turn blue, a litmus will turn green, option C, blue litmus will turn red, and option D, it will have no effect on a litmus. So in case of solution of sodium chloride, it is a neutral salt solution, therefore it does not affect the color of litmus paper. Acidic solutions turn blue litmus red and basic solutions turn red litmus blue. But neutral solutions like sodium chloride do not change the color of the litmus paper. So correct answer among the option will be option D, it will have no effect on a litmus. Let's move to the next question. The negatively charged particle in an atom are called, options are given: A, proton, B, neutron, C, electrons, and D, radon. So guys, electrons are subatomic particles with a negative charge that revolve around the nucleus of an atom. Protons are positively charged and neutrons are neutral. And radon is a noble gas, not a subatomic particle. So the correct answer among the option will be option C, electrons. Let's move to the next question. The total number of atoms present in a molecule of aluminum oxide is dash dash. We have options here: option A 5, option B 6, option C 4, and option D 2. The chemical formula of aluminum oxide is Al2O3. This molecule contains 2 aluminum atoms and 3 oxygen atoms, making a total of 5 atoms. So the correct answer will be option A 5. Let's move to the next question. What is the pH of acid rain? We have options here: A less than pH 7, B less than pH 6, C less than pH 5.6, and D greater than pH 7. Guys, in case of acid rain, it typically has pH value lower than 5.6. Normal rainwater has a slightly acidic pH due to dissolved carbon dioxide. But when pollutants like sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide are present, they form stronger acid in a rainwater, leading to pH lower than 5.6. So the correct answer will be less than 5.6, option C. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following substances is the most viscous? We have options here: A, alcohol, B, water, C, honey, and D, petrol. Guys, viscosity is a measure of fluid's resistance to flow. Honey is the most viscous substance among the options provided, meaning it flows more slowly compared to alcohol, water, and petrol. Its thick consistency arises from the composition, which includes sugars and other dense compounds. Other substances like alcohol, petrol are less viscous and flow more freely. So the correct answer among the option will be option C, honey. Let's move to the next question. Elements that behave both as a metal and non-metals are called. We have options here: option A, halogen, option B, gases, option C, noble gases, and option D, metalloids. So guys, metalloids are elements that exhibit properties of both metals and non-metals. They can conduct electricity better than non-metals but not as well as metals, making them useful in semiconductors. Example of metalloid include silicon and germanium. Halogen, noble gases, and general gases do not have this characteristic dual behavior. So the correct answer will be option D, metalloids. Let's move to the next question. Soda lime glass is also called dash dash glass. We have options here: option A, flint, option B, hard, option C, milky, and option D, soft. Guys, the correct answer will be flint because soda lime glass is commonly known as flint glass. It is the most common type of glass used in everyday items such as windows, bottles, and jars. The name flint refers to the historical use of a flint in its production, although nowadays it is mainly made up of soda, that is sodium carbonate, and lime, calcium oxide. Let's move to the next question. The elements present in a stainless steel are, we have options here: chromium, iron, carbon, and nickel. Option B, nickel and iron. option C, iron, carbon and nickel, and option D, nickel, chromium and carbon. The correct answer for this question is chromium, iron, carbon and nickel, option A, because stainless steel is primarily made up of iron, carbon, chromium and nickel. The chromium content provides resistance to corrosion, while the nickel enhances the strength and durability of steel. Carbon is added to improve hardness and strength. Sodium carbonate, sodium chloride, sodium hydroxide and sodium bicarbonate. The correct answer is option D, sodium bicarbonate, because baking soda is chemically known as sodium carbonate, that is NaHCO3. It is commonly used in baking as a leavening agent and also has various household applications. So the correct answer will be option D. Next is germanium is an example of dash dash. We have options here. Option A, metal. Option B, metalloid. Option C, non-metal. Option D, none of these. The correct answer of this question is option B, metalloid, because germanium is classified as metalloid. It has characteristic of both metals and non-metals. It is a semiconductor conducting electricity better than non-metals but not as efficiently as metal. So the correct answer is option B, metalloid. Next question is, in a chemical reaction, substances and atoms dash dash, we have options here. A, are destroyed. B, are transformed. C, are not destroyed. Option D, become inert. Correct answer is option B, are transformed, because in a chemical reaction, substances undergo a transformation where the atoms are rearranged to form new compounds. The atoms themselves are not destroyed but are simply reorganized. So the correct answer will be B. Let's move to the next question. Which gas is present in the largest amount in the air? We have options here. Option A, oxygen. Option B, ozone. Option C, nitrogen. Option D, hydrogen. The correct answer of this question is option C, nitrogen, because it makes up about 78% of Earth's atmosphere, making it the most abundant gas in the air. It is followed by oxygen, which makes up about 21%. So the correct answer, C. Let's move to the next question. The boiling point of water at sea level is dash dash. We have options here. Option A, 0 degrees Celsius. Option B, 273 Kelvin. Option C, 373 Kelvin. And option D, 273 degrees Celsius. The correct answer is option C, 373 Kelvin, because at sea level, the boiling point of water is 373 Kelvin, which is equivalent to 100 degrees Celsius. This temperature is reached when water transitions from a liquid to a gas at a standard atmospheric pressure. So the correct answer is option C, 373 Kelvin. Next question is, which of the following is a homogeneous mixture? We have options here. Option A, milk. Option B, petrol. Option C, vegetable soup. Option D, muddy water. The correct answer will be petrol, because a homogeneous mixture has uniform composition throughout. Petrol is a homogeneous mixture because all its components are evenly mixed, unlike milk or muddy water, which can separate into different layers or phases over time. So the correct answer is option B, petrol. Next question is, which of the following substances is non-sublimable? We have option here. A, camphor. B, naphthalene. C, iodine. And D, mercury. Guys, the correct answer will be option D, mercury, because sublimation is the process where a substance transitions directly from solid to gas without becoming liquid. Mercury does not undergo sublimation. It exists as a liquid at a room temperature and transition to gas upon heating. Camphor, naphthalene and iodine are all sublimable solid. That's why option D, mercury, is the correct answer here. Let's move to the next question. The speed of X-rays is equivalent to the speed of dash dash. We have options for this question. Option A, alpha rays. Option B, light. Option C, sound. And option D, electrons. The correct answer will be option B, light, because X-ray travels at the speed of light in a vacuum, which is approximately 3 × 10⁸ meter per second. This is because they are a form of electromagnetic radiation like visible light, while alpha rays, sound and electrons move at different speeds. That's why the correct answer is option B, light. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following metals melt below 30 degrees Celsius? Guys, we have an option for this question. Option A, copper. Option B, aluminium. Option C, gold. And option D, cesium. The correct answer is going to be a cesium, because cesium has a melting point of about 28.5 degrees Celsius, meaning it can melt at a temperature slightly below or around room temperature. Other metals like copper, aluminium and gold have significantly higher melting points, requiring much more heat to melt. That's why the correct answer is D, cesium.
Responsible for air pollution. We have options here. Option A, hydrogen. Option B, carbon monoxide. Option C, ammonia. And option D, carbon dioxide. The correct answer will be carbon monoxide because carbon monoxide is a harmful gas released from incomplete combustion of fuels like gasoline, coal and wood. It can be very dangerous because it reduces the amount of oxygen that can be carried out in a bloodstream, leading to poisoning. So the correct answer is option B, carbon monoxide. Next question is, the positively charged particles in an atom are called. We have options here. Option A, proton. Option B, neutrons. Option C, electrons. Option D, radon. The correct answer from these options will be protons because protons are positively charged particles found in the nucleus of an atom. They along with neutrons make up the nucleus while electrons orbit around the nucleus. So guys, correct answer is option A, proton. Next question is, which of the following gases cannot be termed as an inert gas? We have options here. Helium, argon, hydrogen and neon. The correct answer will be hydrogen because it is a reactive gas and not inert, as it readily combines with other elements to form compounds. In contrast, helium, argon and neon are inert gases because they do not readily react with other elements due to their stable electronic configurations. So the correct answer is option C, hydrogen. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following is a gas at a room temperature? We have options here. Option A, mercury. Option B, chlorine. Option C, tungsten. And option D, beryllium. The correct answer will be chlorine because chlorine is a gas at a room temperature, whereas mercury is a liquid, tungsten is a solid metal and beryllium is a solid metal as well. So the correct answer is option B, chlorine. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following cannot be considered as a radioactive element? We have options here. Option A, radium. Option B, uranium. Option C, radon. And option D, rayon. The correct answer for this question will be rayon because rayon is a synthetic fiber, not a radioactive element. Radium, uranium and radon are all radioactive elements that emits radiation. So the correct answer is option D, rayon. Let's move to the next question. Water is formed by the combination of option A, hydrogen and oxygen. Option B, oxygen and nitrogen. Option C, nitrogen and hydrogen. Option D, oxygen and helium. So guys, correct answer will be hydrogen and oxygen because water, that is H2O, is formed when two hydrogen atoms combine with one oxygen atom. This reaction occurs during the process of combustion or in a chemical reactions. So the correct answer is option A, hydrogen and oxygen. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following is not a gaseous fuel? We have option for this question. Option A, spirit. Option B, methane. Option C, propane. And option D, butane. So guys, the correct answer will be a spirit because spirit or ethanol is a liquid fuel while methane, propane and butane are all gaseous fuels and they are commonly used for heating and cooking. So the correct answer is option A, spirit. Let's move to the next question. The term semiconductor is related to which of the following? We have options here. Option A, space science. Option B, atomic science. Option C, geology. And option D, electronics. The correct answer will be option D, electronics, because semiconductors are materials that have electrical conductivity between conductors and insulator. They are widely used in electronic devices like transistors and diodes. Hence the correct answer is option D, electronics. Let's move to the next question. Nichrome alloy contains which metals? We have options here. Option A, iron, copper, zinc and nickel. Option B, chromium, copper and manganese. Option C, iron, nickel, chromium and manganese. So guys, the correct answer will be option C, iron, nickel, chromium and manganese, because nichrome is an alloy primarily made up of iron, nickel and chromium and is commonly used in heating elements due to its high resistance and ability to withstand high temperatures. Let's move to the next question. Elements of group 1 are known as dash dash. We have options here. Option A, noble gases. Option B, halogen. And option C, alkali metals. And option D, alkaline earth metals. So guys, the correct answer will be alkali metals because the elements of group 1 in the periodic table are known as alkali metals. These includes elements like lithium, sodium, potassium and other
Alkali metals are highly reactive, especially with water, and they have one electron in their outermost shell, which they easily lose to form positive ions. These metals are known for their soft texture, low melting point, and strong reactivity. Same period in the modern periodic table. Options are given. Option A, fluorine, chlorine, bromine. Option B, lithium, sodium, potassium. Option C, lithium, magnesium, calcium. And option D, aluminium, phosphorus, chlorine. The correct answer for this question will be option D, aluminium, phosphorus, chlorine, because elements aluminium, phosphorus and chlorine belongs to the third period in the modern periodic table. They are arranged in a same row, whereas the other sets belongs to the different periods. Hence the correct answer is aluminium, phosphorus, chlorine, option D. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following substance is a magnetic? We have options here. Option A, nickel. Option B, zinc. Option C, gold. Option D, graphite. The correct answer for this question will be option A, nickel. The reason is nickel is magnetic material due to its ferromagnetic properties, meaning it aligns with the magnetic field. Other options like zinc, gold and graphite are non-magnetic and do not exhibit this behavior. Hence the correct answer is option A, nickel. Guys, let's move to the next question. What is the purest form of a carbon? We have options here. Option A, diamond. Option B, charcoal. Option C, coke. And option D, coal. The correct answer for this question will be diamond. Because guys, diamond is the purest form of a carbon because it consists of only of carbon atoms arranged in a crystal lattice. Other forms like charcoal, coke and coal contains impurities along with the carbon. Hence, the correct answer for this question is option A, diamond. Let's move to the next question. This metal is extremely light and is used for making airplanes. Option are aluminium, copper, zinc and iron. Correct answer among these options will be option A, aluminium, because aluminium is a lightweight metal with excellent strength and corrosion resistance, making it ideal for construction of airplanes. Its low density reduces the overall weight of the aircraft, enhancing the efficiency of that aircraft. So the correct answer will be option A, aluminium. Guys, let's move to the next question. Which metal are found in a gunmetal? Options are given: copper and tin, copper and zinc, copper, tin and zinc, and option D, gold. The correct answer among the options will be copper, tin and zinc because gunmetal is an alloy primarily made up of copper, tin and zinc. It is known for its strength and corrosion resistance, making it useful in the manufacturing of machinery parts, valves and other industrial components. Hence, the option C will be the correct answer, copper, tin and zinc. Let's move to the next question. In a nuclear reactor, heavy water is used to absorb ... Options are given: neutron, hydrogen, proton and electron and alpha particles. The correct answer for this question will be option A, neutrons, because heavy water, that is D2O containing deuterium, is used in nuclear reactors to absorb neutrons. This helps control the rate of nuclear chain reaction by slowing down the neutrons so they can effectively interact with the fuel. So the correct answer is option A, neutrons. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following element is used in electric light bulb? Options are given: option A, copper, option B, helium, option C, aluminium and option D, tungsten. Guys, the correct answer among the option will be option D, tungsten, because it is used in electric bulbs because it has a very high melting point, which is about 3000 degrees Celsius, and can withstand the heat generated when the bulb is lit. This allows it to glow brightly without melting. So the correct answer is option D, tungsten. Next question is, which of the following metals do not undergo oxidation even after heating in air? Guys, we have options here. Option A, gold and platinum. Option B, copper and lead. Option C, iron and chromium. And option D, iron and zinc. The correct answer among the option will be option A, gold and platinum, because these two are noble metals, meaning they do not easily react with oxygen even when heated. This makes them resistant to oxidation and corrosion, unlike other metals such as iron and zinc. So the correct answer is option A, gold and platinum. Let's move to the next question. To prevent iron pipes from rusting, a zinc coating is applied to them. This process is called ... Options are given: option A, electroplating, option B, galvanization, option C, anodizing, and option D, vulcanization. Guys, the correct answer will be option B, galvanization. The reason is galvanization is a process to apply protective zinc coating to iron or a steel to prevent rusting. The zinc layer helps prevent oxygen and moisture from reaching the iron. Thus, preventing oxidation and its corrosion. Hence the correct answer is option B, galvanization. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following metals causes air pollution in cities with many vehicles? Options are given. Option A, lead, option B, chromium, option C, iron, and option D, carbon. Guys, the correct answer is going to be option A, lead. The reason is, lead is a harmful metal that was added in a petrol which is used as anti-knocking agent in a vehicle. This caused air pollution as lead particles were released into the atmosphere from vehicle exhaust. Although its use has been reduced in many countries, lead remains a significant pollutant in older vehicles. So the correct answer is option A, lead.